put out a tweet about a few hours, or probably literally right after the game, giving credit to Sacramento. This was a really great year. I want people to know that this wasn't a fluke by any means. This is a great team. This is a great team. They just pushed the defending champs to 7 games, regardless of what seeding it was. Being able to do that and being able to step into the play. This is De'Aaron Fox's first playoff series, right. And he played great basketball, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Obviously he won Clutch Player of the Year this past year, but also just being able to transition that to the playoffs and being able to step up when his team needed him the most. That was just incredible to me. Same thing with guys like Malik Monk. I think this is his first playoff series as well. So these guys, with the little experience that they have, or actually the no experience that they do have in playoffs, came into this series with all the confidence and the swagger in the world. And, you got to give credit to them. So that's why I say, there's going to be no more droughts for this team. De'Aaron Fox is 25, 26 years old. With Mike Brown being their head coach, this team is going to be a team to look out for in the future, man. They're up there with teams like Memphis and possibly New Orleans and OKC, as far as the young teams that are on the rise. So give credit to Sacramento. This is a great series, and I'm excited for the future. Now, as far as, go ahead, CJ, my bad.
Yeah, 2 more things for me from this game and from the series overall. Sacramento side, they're missing a wing player. They're missing a wing. Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter, they're good regular season players. You need a special player on the perimeter other than De'Aaron Fox to score 20, 25 points. Monk, yeah, he can be that guy in spurts, but he's consistently, that's not, he's kind of off the bench, igniter. He can do things like that for your squad, but they need a wing player, man. It could be Keegan Murray. He's it's his rookie season and he's already in the playoffs. So he could develop and grow and become that wing guy for them. I think that's the best case scenario. But even with that, I think they could still use another guy. As Harrison Barnes gets older, they could use another player like that. And for Sabonis, I think he's also a regular season player. You could look at the matchup, and this might have been a bad matchup for him, but what other matchup? This is the best matchup you're going to get. This is the reigning defending champion. So you're going up against.
He's not going to be any better against AD.
Right? Exactly. So the way he played, they kind of just sagged off him and let him shoot those little mid-range free throw shots, and he wasn't making them. He was getting bodied by Kevon Looney all series. Just outmanned him. His physicality, Kevon Looney. It just goes right into my second point. Kevon Looney's effort, his ability to be a star in his role is really something that doesn't get talked about enough, especially on these sports shows. I know they love to glorify the stars and the superstars, but when you think about a team, you think about sacrifice, and he's someone that Nick and I had talked about it in this space. He had a great highlight tape. Pretty sure he did scored a lot of points in college, but understanding, I'm not going to be able to do that on this team. So how else can I make an impact? And we saw that in the finals last year, with his ability to get offensive rebounds, and he's just doing it again this year. So multiple 20 rebound games, multiple double-digit offensive rebounds in those 20 rebound games, just at 6'9", just completely out physical Sabonis. Sabonis is a guy that's known for getting rebounds too. He's a double guy in the regular season, and I think that's what they're missing. They're missing another guy next to Fox that's a dog that could score, play defense, do the little things. A game changer. They're missing another game changer next to Fox. Could it be Murray? I don't think it's Sabonis at all. I don't think he's that guy, because moving forward, you're going to see AD, you're going to see Jokic, and he's going to get outplayed by those guys every single year. Now he just got outplayed by Kevon Looney, who's not a superstar at that position, but he's excellent at what he does. So just imagine if he was to go up against one of those top tier guys at that position. It's food. It's food for those players. So Kevon Looney got easily second best player in this series. Did a great job creating second chance points for a team that you give Curry and Clay multiple opportunities to score. It's you're at their mercy. You're at their mercy, man. So it's a great series. It was fun. It was back and forth. Obviously, a chess match with Mike Brown being the former defensive coordinator for this team, so he knew all of their plays. But the superstar stepped up. The only superstar in this series stepped up, answered the call, and they advanced.
So now let me ask you this real quick. Do y'all think that, with the great season that Sacramento had, do y'all think that they could possibly get a wing in free agency? Because I'm looking at a list now. I mean, there's some guys that are free agents that I do kind of like that could fit with this team. Chris Middleton's one of them. I like Jeremy Grant. I like Gary Trent Jr. I like Bruce Brown. I mean, those are just like a few names off my head. I'll be real. I actually like Bruce Brown. Like if that were to happen, I think he would probably fit really well with this team. But I wanted to get y'all's thoughts.
I mean, like an all-star, like a Jaylen Brown, Tatum type thing. It should be Fox, and I don't think Fox and Sabonis is getting them to a championship or getting them to the Western Conference Finals. It needs to be Fox, fill in the blank, and Sabonis. That should be the hierarchy. Just okay. I mean,
I'm with you. Here's where I'm at on it. I feel like I don't know if Sabonis may need to be working on this 4 instead of a 5, and then go out and find that big that can.
That's his original position, though. You know what I'm saying?
5 or 4?
4. He's a 4.
Okay, so that's kind of when you were saying earlier, CJ, about going out and get a wing. I said big. I don't know if you heard me or not, but I feel like they obviously lack that number 5 solid size. I mean, there's a couple of guys out there that wasn't signed this year that could have probably helped him in this game. You can name a few, that's for sure. But I definitely do agree with you. At least someone that's a knockdown, big wing that can guard. Harrison Barnes, I think it was showed us something on Twitter. In the last 4 Game 7s, he's not even averaged over like 15 points. Not even scored over 15 points. Harrison Barnes has a name for, I don't want to say fading and be mean to him, but like we know the series when he was with Golden State, like they just let him shoot. Like that's what he's supposed to be at that 3-4 or whatever position, can be a knockdown guy. He's not maybe a Bogdanovich. Is that
Bogdanovich?
Bogdanovich, there we go. Could be one of those guys pick up during this trade, maybe even free agency. I don't know who's all technically free agent. I think Monk's growing. I think he's in a role now where he can step up and be a bigger guy, but I don't think he can be the number 2 guy. I don't think he's a Rodman. Murray, like you said earlier, he's up and coming. We'll see how he progresses. I'm just happy that even with like what Matt said, the beam died. The Sacramento Kings are relevant across the country now because of the series and what they've done all year long. No one knew what this beam was. So I think that they can be a landing spot because people like Brown as a coach, defending coach of the year for next year. Fox, Mr. Clutch of the year. I think that they can make some noise when it comes to free agent this offseason. I don't know what we can really get come to Sacramento, but I think they are at least when someone calls from Sacramento, I think these players are going to listen to, okay, that's very tempting because the up pace, speed and offense, high scoring offense that they have, people's going to love that. That's for sure. So I'm happy for the Kings and what we got. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your point.
That was it. Just I'm happy that the Kings are bringing this up. Kings are having a bright future, as Matt says here. Fox next year could be in that talk of the. I'm just saying of a candidate, not saying he's winning MVP, but
no, he can be. He can be there. Definitely. I think De'Aaron Fox is a superstar in the making.
I can totally see that.
On his way. I think Keegan Murray could be that guy. When he was at Iowa, he was playing in the post. But, he has to space the floor.
Yeah, now he became fourth spacer.
Because Sabonis is more of the paint guy. I think in a year or so, I think Keegan could be it could be Fox, Murray, and Sabonis. Mm-hmm. But I think with Sabonis' inability to space the floor, it hurts some of the other skills that Keegan Murray has, because I know he had the most threes as a rookie in NBA history. He broke that record. But when he was at Iowa, he was playing in the post. He was doing a multitude of things. He was a 3-level scorer. I think we need to see more of that from him. And he played really good defense, some solid defense. He struggled early in the series and then picked it up at the end, which is good. That's what you want to see. And I think he's going to be really good. So I think Murray could be that second guy for them. going forward. But I think if they really want to unlock him, something, they gotta change some other things. They gotta change some other things, man. Sabonis got to start shooting some more threes. Start splitting the floor a little bit more. No, absolutely not.
What do you say?
Pat.
Absolutely.
No, God, no.
Anthony Towns.
Absolutely.
Y'all hate him so much, but that's fair.
I will say I do think that Sacramento could also use another legitimate big, but not Cat.
No. Cat's still basically a 4 that can't play defense. So I mean, it's the same thing. Like they need someone that can protect the rim.
Hey, Sacramento, go get Anthony Edwards. Go get that man.
I mean that's never gonna happen.
Go get that man. Find a way to get him.
Sacramento, go back out there and sign Cousins to be that 5 that you all need. And
I mean,
hopefully he can get a few.
You talk about an all-star wing. Anthony Edwards is on his way as an all-star or if he is an all-star caliber player.
I mean, you're right.
Bro, they're not going to trade Anthony Edwards.
The Minnesota's not going to give like their whole future and present after they just gave up 5 picks for somebody.
If they can do it for Gobert, do it for Ant-Man.
So
you build around Cat and Gobert and get rid of Ant-Man?
Come on, bro.
Put that man in a better position because it's not happening in Minnesota. It's not happening in Minnesota.
I agree with that, but it's going to take a couple of years for him before he leaves because he's going to take that max.
It's going to be a contract leave.
You don't leave. Yeah, it's going to be a contract trade. You don't leave that type of money on the table. Even though and again, anything can happen. Anything can happen in the NBA. So I don't see Ant-Man obviously, but I get what you're saying though. They do need that dynamic type guy.
Okay.
Hopefully this Keegan Murray.
Just theoretically, I'm not as bad as Nick on this, but hear me out. The Nuggets fold and they bounce this round against the Suns. They don't have enough money or something. I'm just theoretically here. Would Aaron Gordon be a possible fit with this team?
No.
I mean, it's a good piece.
No.
Is it a game-changing piece? Is it a series-changing piece? I mean, they went 7 games with Golden State, so
right.
It could be.
But where does he fit him though? So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna put Keegan at the 3, and then have Aaron Gordon and Sabonis in your front court?
I don't. I mean, I'm saying I don't know if it's it's a good move. It's a lateral move though. Is it a vertical move? I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. They need someone at that wing position that could like if Fox doesn't have it going, like he was in foul trouble tonight, and he wasn't able to really get it together. He hit some good shots, but he couldn't really get into a rhythm. That's
what you're about to say, Nick.
So let's okay. So let's do this. What if
Jordan Poole?
No, not Jordan Poole.
Absolutely
what if somehow, some way, Brandon Ingram finds his way out of New Orleans? In Sacramento.
I mean, that'd be nice from Sacramento, but I don't think it's going to happen either.
I mean, that'd be a great move for Sacramento, but I don't see how that would be smart on New Orleans and knowing Zion's injury concerns, and so now you don't have a second bona fide all-star.
But what if he wants out?
Guy with injury problems.
What if CJ McCollum's there now? Don't forget about
CJ McCollum at this point is probably a third, fourth option. Not a guy he's never going to be a second guy on a championship team. We saw it in 7 years with Lillard. So
right, but I mean,
if you had a chance to play with either De'Aaron Fox or CJ McCollum, you're going to choose to play with CJ. And no,
I was just
no shade towards CJ at all.
Well, I mean, it's technically I think the comparison would be Fox and Zion because that's the number ones on both teams.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So I would go with Zion. If he's healthy and not
over De'Aaron right now,
I'd have to go with Fox. I mean, Zion's my
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm going with Fox.
Yeah, availability is the best ability, and when you average 28 games a season, not 28 points, 28 games.
Agree.
It's tough to defend them. And again, like I said, that's my guy, but I stay on the court.
Oh man, I just think how high I was on the Pelicans at the beginning of this year, and it was legit and good.
It was legit, it was legit.
Hey,
they were number 2 in the West.
Because y'all both disagree, but y'all both came at me when I said they would be like a 6 seed because y'all were picking them to be like a 2, 3 seed, and I was like,
because we were going with healthy.
I mean, and look, they're good, but that was it right there. Zion's health. I said I'm concerned with him being healthy.
Right.
Now look. I didn't pick them to miss the playoffs, but I just didn't have them as high as a 2-3 seed in the West.
I'll have them back there next year.